safe in the shepherd's care. Psalm 23 is one of those scriptures that settles deep in the heart. Some of us first heard it during childhood. Others heard it during moments of pain or loss. Either way, it feels familiar, almost like a quiet song that brings comfort. But why does it speak so deeply to us? Let's walk through what it teaches us about God's provision. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Those words tell a story. God isn't just powerful. He is personal. He is not just the creator of galaxies. He is the guide of your life. Think about that. The God who spoke stars into existence is the same God who walks beside you, watches over you, and provides what you need. Why is that so important? Because life can feel scattered, relationships break, plans fall apart, fear creeps in. When David calls God my shepherd, he is saying, I am not alone. I am not without guidance. I am not without help. And you can say the same. In the beginning, everything God made worked together in perfect harmony. Light and dark, land and sea, plants and animals. And finally, man. We were made not just to exist in the world, but to walk with God in a relationship of trust. But sin shattered that relationship, and ever since we have been searching for a place to belong. Psalm 23 tells us where that place is found. Not in possessions, not in achievements, not even in people. Our rest is found when we allow God to shepherd us again. Why does this psalm matter so much to us? Because it describes what our hearts were created for, peace with God. Notice how David doesn't say, the Lord is our shepherd. He says, the Lord is my shepherd. God cares about the individual. He knows your story, your scars, your fears, your questions. He does not just love people. He loves you. You know, Jesus did not just die for humanity, he died for you. That is the kind of relationship David is describing. In verse 5, the image shifts. God is not only a shepherd, he is a host welcoming you to his table. He seats you in the presence of your enemies. He anoints your head with oil. Your cup overflows. What does that mean? Well, it means God gives honor, care, and protection even in the middle of difficulty. Your enemies may stand close, but God stands closer. The danger may still exist, but fear does not have to rule. David praises God not because his life has been free from pain. He praises God because God has cared for him through every trial. Maybe that is something we all need to remember. Blessings are not the absence of hardship. Blessings are God's presence in the middle of hardship. You know, it's easy to forget what God has given us. We tend to notice what we lack a whole lot more quickly than what we have. G.K. Chesterton once said that children are thrilled when they receive candy or toys. But maybe, just maybe, we should be just as thrilled that God gave us the ability to walk or breathe or even speak. So here's a question for us. Are we focusing on the things we think we need or the things God has already provided? You know, the psalm calls us to rest in what God has given and, well, to trust him for what we just cannot yet see. God leads, God provides, God sustains. Our role is to follow him, not to control, not to worry, not to run ahead, just follow. So, ask yourself, where in my life am I trying to shepherd myself instead of letting God lead? Because the promise still stands. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Trust the shepherd today. Let him provide. Let him guide. Let him restore.